Let's all be wizards and fly around in the sky. Let's all be wizards, immortal, we can never die. Let's cast some spells with all of our dear friends. Let's all be wizards, the magic it would never end. And we'll fly so high in the sky. Fly so high in the sky. Fly so high in the sky. Right into the night.
Asking about jazz guys, Max.
Hello and welcome to Let's Just Be Wizards, a bi-weekly podcast that delves into the dark arts and in doing so, answers the age-old question, can I be a wizard? I'm your host, Adam Hilton, and to my left,
I'm Maxfield Lehman, and I have for a long time been interested in spiritual stuff and sorcery and the occult.
and to his left,
Hi, I'm Drew Cox. I've decided that I'm just going to be a wizard, so I'm just here to help out with the podcast and go forth with my wizardly and wizardry pursuits. And
through the course of this podcast, we will attempt to cast spells, tell the future, shapeshift into animals, and everything under the moon that constitutes wizardly behavior. Now, before we get started, I think it'd be important to point out that we are a member of the Harry Potter Podcasting Network. So have a strong sip of butterbeer and strap into your rocket. What do they write on it?
The rocket boards.
As we take a look into one of America's most popular spirit oracles, the Witching Board, or Ouija board.
Ouija.
Okay, Ouija like a squeegee.
But first, let's look at this week in wizardry. All right, so the first article I found is on the Huffington Post, which is a very wizard-friendly publication. These are a list of things not to say when you meet someone who is pagan by Antonia Bloomberg, who's the associate religious editor. All right, here's the first thing on the list. When someone first tells you they're pagan, don't make it awkward.
That's good. Yeah.
It said don't make it awkward.
I'm sorry.
And don't ask them questions like, are you a good witch or a bad witch? All right. Do you worship the devil? Are you a Satanist? Don't ask them that. Apparently, you shouldn't say, so you're Wiccan?
Don't spread out stereotypes. And
What's a Wiccan? It's like a
No one knows.
it's like a '90s thing,
Earth,
right?
Earth magic, I think.
No, it's a very important sect of something. I don't know. I don't want to say anything and piss any Wiccans off.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
That's the last thing we
I think they're
need.
kind of like clerics in D&D, and that they don't like metal.
Max,
weapons.
I think we.
They
And
don't
that's
like
even
metal-
that we know is gonna have to get walked back.
They
once
like
the
staves.
Wiccan.
They like staves and bow and arrows with the stone arrowheads.
We don't know.
I'm guessing at this point.
I think you're the closest to the truth, though.
Okay.
All right, here's another one. Is that like Harry Potter?
That's another thing you don't ask him.
Yeah,
What if like?
that's your closest cultural reference.
Yeah. What if that's
Yeah.
the best cultural reference
That's
you have?
kind of a
for
nearsighted statement if someone says that, you know.
people? Yeah.
What
And who
about-
says it's not?
I think it's more like Lord of the Rings, but that's not, you know.
it's another book. Yeah, another good book. It's like that one too.
It's just
Yeah,
another-
exactly.
another-
Well, all
judgment
religions,
call.
they get their ideas from books, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you worship trees? To a pagan who holds nature at the center of their spirituality, this question might sound glib. Try another route and ask them to describe their beliefs about the sacredness of the earth.
Do you believe in treeple?
No.
They're treants.
Well, you don't believe in the treeple?
Oh, I'm pretending to be a pagan.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I see.
Well, I
No.
think
No.
maybe it's because
Well-
trees are like natural cameras because they just stand there and see everything. So they're like, "Hey, tree, what do you see?" You know, or something.
Here's one more. This is a good one. Not to ask a pagan. Do you sacrifice babies? Crazy as this might sound, it's a common trope of pagan narratives. Anyone who saw the recent horror flick, The Witch, got a gruesome reminder of that. Was that about a pagan?
I thought that was about a witch.
Did you guys see The Witch?
I didn't.
I know
It looked really scary.
It's really good.
There
It's
was
my
a
favorite
Nicolas
movie.
Cage film, not Ghost Rider, but he comes back from the dead, and the bad guy is going to sacrifice a baby. So that's
Wicker Man?
and he calls himself a Satanist or a pagan.
What does it say to tell people when they ask you about the baby thing?
Webster explained that this stereotype is indicative of deep-seated fear and distrust people feel towards pagans. For as far back into human history as we can see, those bad people over there were always accused of sacrificing babies, he said. We couldn't do it any more than you would. All right, so
Okay,
yeah.
so he says no, they don't do it.
Yeah, you can just say no. I
No, we
don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that.
I guess it's two
You don't have to give some snarky
two,
answer.
two clashing spheres of influence, like the natural world of paganism, big quotes there, or
Maybe you should just tell people that they don't want to know.
the whole social magic, with leadership.
That's what I would
and
do.
all that.
Yeah,
You do the baby thing.
you don't want
You don't
to
want to
know.
know about the
You
baby
don't want to
thing.
know what I
Baby
do.
thing.
Yeah, you don't want to know about the baby thing. Like let's use this fear to our advantage. Huffington Post is always trying to be like, now don't say something to people so we can all be one and the same, reading the same articles online. When really us, those people should just be like, fuck you, I don't have to explain what I believe to any of you assholes. You don't understand.
A baby is
Like,
just a little bundle of potential. It's not something you sacrifice.
it has a lot of potential
Yes.
energy in it. That is very true. That
they
is a
have-
lot of potential energy.
It's a blank slate.
You could use that for a lot of good stuff.
You could power a car with
You
one.
could even plug one into a
USB?
Nissan Leaf
Oh, okay.
or a US made
Make-
Tesla.
Make some mulch for your apricot tree. Or...
All right,
yeah.
I'm gonna move on. Here's the next thing in Wizard News. Here's an article. What exactly is witchcraft? And that's from author Embody Healing LLC. This is I found on witchvox.com, and it says here. Actually, wait. Hold on one second. All right, here's more in wizardly news. You know what holiday's coming up, right? Wizard holiday.
The winter solstice, maybe?
You got it.
Yeah.
The Yule. You know what day it
The
is?
Wiccan Yule is coming. It's
26.
it's the same day as
Close.
it's the same day as Nightmare Moon Day. on
What's Nightmare
Equestrian.
Moon?
She's a pony, but Luna's getting a day on Equestria Daily. It's the same day as that, so
It's December
it is
21st.
there you go.
Yule begins on Mother Night.
It's the longest night of the day.
At the Yule, the goddess shows her life and death aspect. In this season, she is the White Lady Queen of the cold darkness.
Same as the ponies.
Yet this is her moment of giving birth to the child of promise,
It's all the same in ponies.
who brings back light and warmth to her kingdom.
I think on that day,
You know what's
though,
cool about all that stuff? It's pretty much the same in ponies.
I think on that day though, hipsters just like desecrate it by going on a mud run. They just
A mud run?
They
What's
do
that?
They do a mud run.
They
like,
get naked
they get
and run through
dirty,
the mud.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Where's that happening, Max? Do you know about this?
No, but on
Is,
the solstice day, I don't know.
Does anyone know anything about this?
It's just something I heard somewhere. At some
When's this
coffee shop.
happening?
And
At a coffee shop.
And this guy was
Did he have a flyer
he
or
was
anything?
he was a coffee hipster. This was
Okay.
in Lincoln.
The Yule is a time to honor Hades, Pluto, Odin, Frigg, Frigga, Skadhi,
Friggin' what?
Uller, Crone, Ariel, Uriel, Hag, Nixnox.
Balder?
Nick Snogs.
What
Yeah.
About, what about Balder?
Some of these names are actually like it was Hades / Pluto, and with Nix Nox, it's Nix / Nox.
Yes, you were reading.
But I like Nix Nox a lot.
I like
so
Nix
said
Nox
that.
just fine. That's a
Yeah,
like
so
AC/DC.
did you know most Christmas traditions are rooted deep in ancient Yule rituals, many coming from the Vikings? And yes, I don't know, heard
Is
that
there
one
a
before.
specifically wizard version of Christmas?
I'm guessing. Oh, this is my personal take: is wizards do wizard things, and if you
Yeah.
don't do wizard things, you're not a wizard.
Right.
Well, the whole
So-
Christmas tree stems from the Norse idea of the world tree, Yggdrasil or something.
So, quick thing. So, Christmas. What do we do as wizards to celebrate Christmas?
Do we get a Yule log?
We could get the log. You got a big log. We could make a bunch out of that.
Oh yeah, that thing's like 1,000 pounds
It's a
though.
big ass log.
Man,
Well,
I thought a Yule log was like a dessert.
we
That
can't
sounds
eat
good.
this
We
log.
can't- This is not the edible kind.
But we
It's
could
kind you
eat a.
burn.
Yeah, we could eat a Yule. What
We
is
could
that?
get the
like
desserts like cinnamon and cream.
Bunch of crushed up nuts.
It's
and-
kind of like a Neapolitan, but it's kind of like Christmas flavored.
All right. Okay. And that's it for the news and wizardry. Now let's get on to the topic. First, what is a Ouija board? The Ouija, also known as a spirit board or talking board, is a flat board marked with the letters of the alphabet, the numbers 0 through 9, the words yes, no, hello, and goodbye, along with various symbols and graphics. It uses a small, heart-shaped piece of wood, or planchette. Participants place their fingers on the planchette, and it is moved about the board to spell out words. And Ouija is a trademark of Hasbro Incorporated, but is often used generically to refer to any talking board. Yeah. That's what it basically is. Most people have seen it, I believe. Most people have seen the t-shirt with one on it and thought about buying it for a second.
I always grew up calling it Ouija, kind of like squeegee, because it's something you move across a flat surface, you know.
Actually that makes sense.
We never had one of these, but we would use Scrabble tiles and like just a cup, and like hold the cup and float it around that way.
Floated around the tiles?
No, we would we'd lay out the Scrabble tiles, and then like two people would hold a glass, and then you would just like hold it over them.
Oh,
and
so it wouldn't, because I was trying to think it would catch on to the
No,
tiles.
because
and
you're
move the
holding. You're
tiles.
not. Yeah, you're not sliding it. You're just holding it. You're kind of hovering it above the surface.
All right, so if you need a cheap version, that's the way
If
to
you
go.
don't want to, if you want to,
If you already have Scrabble.
Scrabble also Hasbro.
All right, let's get into the history.
As a part of the spiritualist movement, mediums began to employ various means for communication with the dead. Following the American Civil War in the United States, mediums did significant business in presumably allowing survivors to contact lost relatives. The Ouija itself would be created and named in Baltimore, Maryland in 1890.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, not too long ago, just a few decades. But the use of talking boards was so common by 1886 that news reported the phenomenon taking over the spiritualist camps in Ohio. Businessman Elijah Bond had the idea to patent a planchette sold with the board on which an alphabet was printed, much like the previously existing talking boards. The patentees filed on May 28, 1890 for the patent protection and thus are credited with the invention of the Ouija board. Issue date on the patent was February 10th, 1891. An employee...
1991?
1891.
Okay.
Long ass
Eight-
time.
A long time ago. Okay.
They wore different shoes back then.
Okay.
I think. An employee of Elijah Bond, William Fuld, took over the talking board production. In 1901, Fuld started production of his own boards under the name Ouija. Charles Kennard, founder of
Kennard Novelty Company.
Founder of the Kennard Novelty.
Yeah, well, from Kenner, the people who brought the
Goddamn.
action figures.
I like when there's a parenthesis on like the same line. I don't have to go to the next fucking one. An employee of Elijah Bond, William Fuld, took over the talking board production. In 1901, Fuld started production of his own boards under the name Ouija. Charles Kennard, founder of Kennard Novelty Company, which manufactured Fuld's talking boards and where Fuld had worked as a varnisher. He claimed he learned the name Ouija from the board and that it was an ancient Egyptian word meaning good luck.
So he
He used the thing himself, yeah, apparently.
And it
That's
told
awesome.
him what the name was.
That's cool.
I wonder if he went to Egypt or...
You can't dispute what the board tells you. Yeah. Take it at face value, man.
Yeah, Egypt's magic, too. Everything magic
everything
comes
they
from
did.
I think good luck can be deemed as, like, careful with this kind of as well. When Fuld took over production of the boards, he popularized the more widely accepted etymology that the name came from a combination of the French and German words for yes.
That's what I heard, and that's what I thought at first. What do you guys think? Where do you think the name came from?
That's obviously
German
me and Ja put together.
German word.
Now that you mention it, that's pretty obvious. Like, I know how people write screen names and come up with stuff to name shit. They're just like...
German word for yes
get
is da, right?
Yeah.
Ja.
So it could have been
da.
the yes da board. Or ja da.
But that's how you spell it.
Or hai da.
Nice.
Japanese and German. They go together.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Anyways, Fuld sued many companies over the Ouija name and concept right up until his death in 1927. In 1966, Fuld's estate sold the entire business to Parker Brothers, which was sold off to Hasbro in 1991.
Oh, well, that's what happened in 91. See, I figured it was invented in 1991 by Hasbro, but that's neither here. I guess that's impressive. I didn't know any of that, man.
It became kind of a pop culture thing to
Sure
have
did.
like a neti pot or a what's that thing you put the cheese in and it warms up?
Salad shooter.
I don't know.
But man, that's another slam dunk
Fondue.
from Hasbro. Man. Fondue pot. There you go.
Pot.
Another slam dunk from Hasbro.
Another witch tool is like the cauldrons, a fondue pot.
Do you think a wizard could get a Nerf gun to shoot like with deadly force? You're a wizard, you're like magic Nerf gun, and you shoot.
We're gonna find
Nerf
out.
dart,
I think.
Spirit of air.
And then it just takes out they get hit by the Nerf dart, and then it's just like. Cops are in the room. They're like, what happened? I shot him with a Nerf gun and he died. They're like, well, sir, that has absolutely no lethal intent, officer.
Yeah. It was a freak accident.
You could have as much lethal intent as you want and tell the police exactly what happened, but that'd be a wonderful wizard power. And then once again, Hasbro, Nerf gun.
Okay. I wasn't seeing the connection at first.
Because, once again, I think that there's a big connection here. We're talking about the lunar holidays coming, the Hasbro buying the sorcerer's oracle here, essentially, purchased by Hasbro. They used that whole winter solstice thing on the backstory of one of their main characters. Nerf guns look just funner to shoot than real guns. Mm-hmm. What if you could use the magic and all the dark energy power forces to turn the Nerf gun into the real deal?
You would probably need a piece of the core from a board. I don't know, from a certain
what we need to do
year.
I feel like there's a connection that we're gonna
let's keep. What does the Bible have to say about Ouija boards? Let's ask evangelicaloutreach.com.
All right. Let no one be found among you who sacrifices his son or daughter in the fire, who who practices deviation or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft, or casts spells, or who is a medium or spiritualist, or consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord. And because of these detestable principles, the Lord your Father will drive these nations before you. I don't know.
Drive out these nations.
Drive out these
before you.
nations before you. Do you know what that means? I can't interpret exactly.
Yeah, it means he'll kick your
types
ass
of
for
people.
doing
Okay,
this.
he'll drive out these nations before you. He'll see to it that you are punished for liking that stuff. Okay, you must be blameless before the Lord your God. The nations you will dispossess listen to those who practice sorcery and deviation. But as for you, the Lord your God has not permitted you to do so. So, if you're
Wait, what part of the Bible is that in?
that's in what is Duet 18
Deuteronomy.
10? Oh, Deuteronomy. Okay, thank you. I don't know my books. Deuteronomy 18:10 verse 14.
All right. The website goes on to state, have nothing to do with the occult or spiritism in any form. Do not dabble with what God Almighty has expressly forbidden. If you already have, pray a sincere prayer to God, asking Him to forgive you for your grievous sins.
This God sounds kind of like a downer.
Also, pray a prayer of renunciation, that is, renouncing this and all involvement in the occult. If you already own a Ouija board, remove it from your house and burn it publicly.
Publicly?
Yeah.
Like in the street in front of the neighbors and stuff. Does setting fires in front of the neighbors seem like something you... What does it say about doing that independently of this?
I'm thinking of groups of people who do that with objects.
Because there are people who set fires in front of their neighbors that that I wouldn't. I mean, like this could. This is. I don't know about this. This is very suspicious.
Well, according to evangelicaloutreach.com, it's very good to do
apparently.
if it's a Ouija board.
Okay.
All right. So, and yeah, that's
All
what the
right.
Bible has to say about Ouija boards.
Okay.
Some good background education there.
Here's some fun facts about the Ouija board. Here's number 1. Who did it? That was the question posed to the Ouija board in 1994 by 4 London jurors deliberating on the fate of Stephen Young, a 35-year-old insurance broker on trial for murdering newlyweds Harry and Nicole Fuller. The board, and consequently the jurors, found Young guilty. When news of the late-night Ouija session broke, Young was granted a retrial. The retrial also ended in a guilty verdict. So, it's not admissible in court.
Well, I don't think jurors can talk while they're not in deliberation. Is what the problem was.
Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to talk to each other while you're not deliberating because you need all the jurors there. 3 jurors can't break off and say, "Hey, what do you guys
This
think?"
was in London, though.
Yeah, I
wonder-
was just about to say that. Maybe they have different rules.
I don't know. Yeah, good.
They
You
wear
can
lots
consult
of-
a psychic in London, but
They
you
wear
can't.
lots of powdered wigs and.
In 1994? Oh yeah, they still do.
That's not something they don't do
They
anymore.
do that in colonial courts around the world too.
Okay, here's another good one. In 2001, former mayor of Minco, Oklahoma, Brian Roach, was stabbed to death in his sleep by his mother-in-law. The woman claimed a Ouija board told her that Roach was evil and needed to be killed.
Cool.
Also, in 2014, a man named Paul Carroll killed the family dog. He believed an evil spirit had entered the pet during a session with the Ouija board.
Interesting.
A week later, he pled guilty to the crime. His wife and stepdaughter decided to use the same Ouija board. They say the device told them they were going to die, which inspired them to set the house on fire.
Did they die?
It didn't say that in the article.
Wait,
It's a whole family of
But it was
alarmists.
causing people to snap. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Whatever that board was doing, it was making them snap.
The dog was already dead, and so they thought, okay, what else is possessed? Let's just burn the house down.
Right, like it sounds like the house had some serious issues.
Like a real poltergeist situation.
Yeah, real bad house.
All right, another famous fan of the talking board, Bill Wilson, the co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous. Not only did Wilson have a special spook room in his home to communicate with spirits, he also claimed that he used the Ouija board to communicate with a 15th century monk named Boniface. His communication with Boniface inspired the 12 steps of the AA program.
Did he ever successfully order an Orbeez with a Ouija board?
I thought
Order an Orbeez?
An Orbeez, a sandwich.
Is it, you mean an Arby's?
The Orbeez.
I thought John Barleycorn helped.
How do
him
you
too.
say it?
Arby's, of course.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But did he ever order an Orbeez with a Ouija board?
He might have. Was it around then?
Didn't he create Orbeez?
All right. Anyways, and prog rock band the Mars Volta credits sessions with the Spirit Board for their 4th album, The Bedlam in Goliath. Cool.
That's cool.
I would assume nothing less. All
What
right.
songs did they do?
No, I'm lost.
Oh, okay.
All right. And yeah, those are some fun facts about the Ouija board. So, I figured that since spirit communication can most definitely fall under the category of wizardry, would you guys agree?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
We should try it here on the show. Before we begin, here are some tips from ouijablog.wordpress.com. And you guys can try these out too at home if you're Ouijaing along with
Yeah,
us.
please.
Please do.
Ouija tips?
Andrew, take it away.
All right. Have an open mind. Believe that the board might work. If you don't think it will, it probably won't. Be as serious as you can, but not too serious. You don't want to laugh hysterically, but you have all the right in the universe to have fun with it. Some people even say that laughter attracts spirits.
Nice.
Light a candle or two in front of you.
We got one.
We got one. It smells really good, so we won't get it in. Well, the main thing with candles is, and I won't try to get I won't get bogged down in this for too long, but the main thing with candles is when you decide to light one, don't spend too long deliberating what scent the candle should be. Just go with whatever one you pick first, because you can get in a wizard trap of going like, I think it should be scented like this. Oh, hold on,
I think it should be tallow.
But lemongrass is nice, right? And it'll keep going like that forever. So light a candle, but that's mainly so you can see. This is not necessarily a magic candle, but it's nice to get things into the mood. All right, no more than 5 people Ouija at a time. It might get a little crazy if you do, and the spirit will be like, what's all this? Why are there so many people in here?
Yeah, there's only 3 of us, so we're okay on that.
All right, back to the scented candle. It happened to be if you use a sage-scented one, it'll keep away evil spirits. But here's the thing. As soon as you start talking about what scent the candle is going to be, all those spirits in that room are going to be like, I'm not it. And so never pick too hard with the scented candle.
Because they just aren't going to communicate with you?
That whatever depends. Like this one specifically says a sage-scented candle will keep away evil spirits. But if you wanted to attract an evil spirit, you might do a different scent or what have you. But anyway, this I'm surprised. See, like this paper already tried to get us into a misdirection here by talking about what scent the candle should be. Like I would be suspect to this source. They're trying to keep normos from knowing exactly what to do here.
Well, this is ouijablog.wordpress, so I would watch how you, what's it called? Punching down?
I'm not punching up.
According to Huffington Post.
I don't know what that's
punching
supposed
up.
to mean.
It's like an uppercut.
Is that
I'm
like
not punching down. I'm nobody. I can disagree with whoever I
stumping,
want.
sort of? That's kind of like stumping.
And
Keep
no,
talking
here's
about
what I'll
that.
say to ouijapress.world thing. Here's what I'll say to them. Well played. Nice misdirect there.
Can you do drugs or alcohol while you play
got the
Ouija?
normos on the run. It says don't use drugs or alcohol while playing Ouija. It's just a bad idea. So don't try it. And I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do anything like that. I don't know anyone who would do anything like that. Always be respectful of the spirit. God, apparently these people have never been to Northern California. Always be respectful of the spirit, even if they are unfriendly. If you disrespect them, it will just get the spirit angrier, and you will not be able to get rid of them. Okay. If you cannot rid a spirit, politely talk to them and tell them you do not wish to speak to them now. And if they get up in your face and tell them that they're not going to go away, you just tell them, nuh-uh. If you want your child back, you got to back your child and then say goodbye. And that's what's up.
A lot's been written about, people have a lot of opinions.
Oh, no, there's
on how
actually
you
a
deal with
line you're
spirits.
supposed to say, which wasn't the one I said.
It almost seems like, though, don't do drugs or alcohol. It's like, oh, you mean I'll have a better chance if I do that, but I'll regret it later.
I get it. This is, okay, good. I like that take on it. Oh, you'll get one, but you'll get, you will have a son of marble up your butt.
What about being partially naked? Does that kind of help a little bit?
Max, quit trying to make this a pants-off thing.
Okay,
We already said it was going to be a pants-off thing.
Okay.
We weren't going to talk about it being a pants-off thing.
All right.
Jeez. Anyway.
Done and done.
Okay, actually, you know what? The saying was not what I said it was. Let me repeat that so that we know for people who might be Ouijaing along. The quote is, I release you to go back to where you came from.
All right.
Pretty straightforward. But I liked mine too. It had a lot of attitude.
I think spirits respond to attitude.
I think they do. Anyway, remember that spirits do not always tell the truth. Tricksters usually this paper might be a trickster. We don't know. It's got 2 trickster things in it already. Mm-hmm. All right. Tricksters usually aren't harmful, can lie about the smallest things. So if a Ouija board tells you that you are going to break your back in the next few days, you don't have to believe it.
Guys, if it got that specific, I might take that a little seriously. If it said you're going to break your back in the next 3 days.
Do you? Yeah, like exactly.
Usually the Ouija board, in my experience, says things like JHF, BCP.
Yeah.
So
we don't want any of the 1300s defined demons either, like Gabrinth or Molech or any of those. We're not even going to ask for that. So.
Hey, we're gonna get whoever talks to us.
Yeah, we get who we get. We ain't picking. This is like driving Uber. Yeah, you don't get to pick who you're picking up.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Never ask the spirit to do anything outside the board, like move an object or like ask him to do anything that they don't want to necessarily do. Like, don't try to have sex with the ghost, is what I'm saying.
I thought you were supposed to have sex.
That's
with
what
the ghost,
you know
no
what?
one can catch
Honestly,
you.
that was what.
Maybe we should do.
Can we hold on? Let's just roll this all back for a second, guys.
Okay.
So we all thought, yes, have sex with the ghost. We all thought that. Okay, all right, cool.
We're all on the same page.
We're all on the same page here. Well, apparently this page right here, this one says don't try to sex the ghost.
All right, that's sight, yeah.
Yeah, so let's keep that in mind, though. We'll see what happens. If it happens, it happens.
You could get a VD.
That's not what happens.
You could.
No, we don't.
What other tips do we got? Are there a lot more?
Okay, all right. If a spirit, basically you need yes means yes from a ghost. Okay. If a spirit moves the planchette and looks like it's about to say hell, devil, or demon, or anything like that, move it to goodbye. I vote we do the opposite of that if any of those things happen. Mm-hmm. I'm totally down to talk to a devil.
Okay.
Me too, honestly.
Okay, cool. All right.
Anyone that's
honestly, anyone listening to this, please note that we are selectively disregarding rules that are written down on this website, which you can access your very self and read along to, but you don't have to because you got us.
That's right.
And that's the thing. Real wizards are not. We're not real wizards. We're not afraid of demons. We eat that shit for breakfast,
We know
guys,
how-
right?
We like
Yeah.
to make our own recipe.
Right, exactly. Like, we're not going to learn anything new in our wizardly pursuits by doing things that they said, oh, well, make sure you don't do this or that. Like, well, maybe there was something there that we didn't find yet. So let's, it's the 21st century, guys.
Let's turn the child locks off.
Wizards didn't, let's take the child locks off. Wizards didn't have podcasts back when this was written, or when these rules came up with. This is so if there's a devil, it says not to talk to him, but we're gonna talk to a devil. If we can
Disregard
get one.
not talking to
Selectively,
devil.
all right. These wizards say selectively disregard rules whenever it suits your needs.
Like howdy, devil.
Okay, now listen. Drawing a circle around you might, and that's a big might, help protect you from possession from evil spirits. Might I put the big might on that? It is absolutely no guarantee that that's going to work.
Salt.
Just whatever.
Then why bother?
And like, really, come on. Do you like? Oh, let me protect myself from evil spirits, but come on over here, evil spirits, just in case. Let's pretend that's like saying like, I'm gonna go to the gas station, but maybe my car will be electric this time.
Trying to talk on the phone with no volume.
It's like, I'm gonna turn the phone volume all the way down and call a bunch of people. Yeah, exactly.
Even if it works.
All right. If the planchette moves to all four corners of the board or makes a figure 8 pattern, end the session for evil.
Oh.
But I say those are the coolest ones we could probably
Yeah, we
get.
agreed on that. Yeah.
Yeah, once again, if it's evil, keep going, guys. Evil stuff feels so right sometimes.
Party rockers.
Party at my house,
In my
right?
house
Exactly. If the planchette moves off the board, it is freed, or in the other world, you have to let the board. Oh wait, you
Maybe
have to
start
let
that.
it out of the board, and now it's in the house area. So basically, if it moves off the board, it's trying to possess your area.
Ooh.
If you get an evil spirit, it's usually best to flip the planchette upside down and use it that way.
Is there something too where did we talk about, or did in those tips did it mention like flipping the whole board over?
Yeah, that's what it said to do if it gets out into the house.
Okay. So, well, of these tips, how many are we abiding by? We got the candle. We'll try and have a good time.
What about,
I'm having fun. Are you having fun,
What
Adam?
about we
Yeah, I'm having fun.
spark a little?
It's wizard
it's
things.
like,
That's one of the tips. Yeah, is
it says
do
not
you,
to do that, but if we're just considering.
Yeah, if you guys want to do that, go ahead and we can start after you're done. But we're gonna take a break and set up the old Ouija, and let the
Nice.
Ouija games begin.
See you soon.
All right, so we all have our hands on the planchette. What kind of board are we using tonight?
Is this a Hasbro board?
No, this is a
Parker Brothers.
Parker
so
Brothers
this is an older board because they turned over to Hasbro.
It's a pre-91, I believe.
Pre-91 board.
Yeah, we got it from a thrift store, so you know it's already imbued with negative energy.
Someone got rid of it.
It's got just human fat all over it,
All right, I guess we all have our hand. Let me get my other hand on it here. So we each have both our hands lightly touching with our fingers. And now let's think of a question for the board to start out.
Is there a spirit in this room?
Good question. All right. All right, it's moving.
Moving
It's going.
down the center.
We're hovering over T. T. Okay. It'd be nice if it was. Oh, yeah, we're going down to numbers
I'm
here.
not even pushing it. I'm just have my hands on this thing.
I know. It's weird. It's actually beginning to move quite suddenly. And let's see where the planchette stops. So we start with T. So moving up. What is that?
And
E. T-E.
G-E.
T-E. Board.
Trying to
It says to remember to be jovial and...
Thought it'd be true or
Ah.
something.
What a silly board. T-E. What is that? Tay?
Who programmed this thing?
Wait, here it goes. Is it stopping? What is that?
J.
T-E-J.
T-J.
Is that like
Hedge.
German for yes?
Jet, backwards, jet.
Oh, here it goes. And you. TEJU.
TEJU.
Is that the name? Give us a yes or no board. Tell us, is your name TEJU? TEJU. Whoa, here it goes. Okay, it's going. Oh, it's getting to the yes.
It's going there.
It's almost there. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
TEJU. Yes.
Yes, that's your name.
The name of the spirit is TEJU. So let's think of a... Oh, my hands are
It
getting
kind
tired.
of stopped towards the middle between the it didn't go all the way onto yes quite.
All
Are we
right.
pronouncing that correctly?
TEJU.
Is TEJU, are we close enough? All right, let's...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It said yes.
All right.
Yes, okay.
All right. Everybody get their hands on lightly. Let's ask... Andrew, do you have a question for TEJU?
All right. Are you, how old are you?
Oh, good question.
Give me
oh.
some, yeah.
Oh,
give me
there it
some
goes.
numbers.
Oh,
There you
shoot.
go.
Oh, my goodness.
Going to the higher
Going
number
down
first.
to the numbers. We got... Oh,
Got
it
6?
just fell off
It
the
went,
board.
it said 6 and it's off the board.
Okay.
Okay, that's we got to do the thing where we flip the board over.
That's if we don't want the demon.
Okay.
So there's a demon in the
there's
room.
a demon,
Okay.
and it did go on 6, which
6.
is
Let's
TEJU, put it back on the board and
let's
quit
be
messing
hospitable
around.
to our guest here. Yeah.
All right. There we go. It's back on.
Okay.
6 and... Oh, it's going to letters. 6 and... Whoa, it's going really fast.
6
B.
with a B. So we know what
6
what
BC?
we know what number starts with B. The one everyone has to say starts with the letter B.
If they went to A, it'd be AD.
It would be billions with a B.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
6 billion?
I'd
Oh, it's
work-
going
I'd
to... Numbers.
work a Donimus.
Whoa, this thing is moving so fast. I don't think I've ever...
It went off again.
6.
Over the 8.
Stopped
Went
at
over
9.
The 8.
now.
Went over the 9.
8 or
Not,
9.
oh, 9. So 69. Very, very cute.
Okay.
All right, so 6B9 or 69,
We're
I
not
guess.
sexting the spirit here.
We might sex the spirit here if we
Might.
can.
I don't know, but
We're
didn't-
open
Went
to
off
anything.
the board again. It's not.
All right, so there's something. If we can, okay. Let me ask a question. Are you? Well, we already know TEJU's in the room. TEJU, are you a man? And if not, then you're a woman. We're gonna assume. All right, here it goes.
You're
Ooh.
going towards upper left corner here.
Are you gonna go in a letter or a yes or no? Still moving up towards. Oh, what's that? Nothing.
Nothing.
It's in between.
So he's not. He's in existence, but he's neither.
I gotta
the
take my
male-
hands off for a second. I'm getting cramped. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So what do we have so far?
His name's TEJU.
I don't think it's a man or a woman. I think
It's-
it's a demon.
Our
Like it
guest's
says.
name is TEJU, and
When we asked how old it is, it went to 6, B, then 9.
6,000,000,009 years old.
Perhaps.
Dang. This is not of this earth.
Not at all.
we thought it was BC, but that's
No,
like,
I think billions with a B is a pretty obvious
You're 9 billion. Okay.
euphemism. People say that all the time.
You've been around the block for a while.
So,
All right.
All right.
Maybe we could ask it a question about ourselves or something.
yeah, if
or-
it's been here 6 billion years,
Okay.
Okay.
and the last 30-ish should be pretty easy to recall in that case.
Let's get to our intent here.
Let's ask where it's from.
Yeah, why not? Let's not pussyfoot around things. How long have you been in this building?
Yeah, we got movement.
Okay. To the
Whoa.
right.
Oh my
down.
goodness. That's Sorry to stretch over. 9.
9.
Is that 9 years? 9 months?
9 minutes.
9 minutes?
Where's it going to now? I'm not even looking right now. It's like fun to just close my eyes and feel it move. 9. What's it going over? It's like a G? 9G.
Gajillion years? No.
Is gajillion?
No, that's not a
hold on,
question.
what's his name? TEJU? Is gajillion a number?
Oh, there it goes.
Thinking like gigahertz, gajillion.
Oh, it is moving around. Yeah, my arms do get tired doing the Ouija, but
No,
I have to
forget
call on
the,
my wizard powers to keep my arms stiff as a board. and my
TEJU,
hands
forget
light as
about
feathers.
the gajillion question. How long have you? Back to the other one. How long have you been in this building, in this room? Well, just in the building. You might have come into this room through the whole thing. How long have you been in the vicinity of us? You already said 9, but 9 what?
Whoa, here it goes. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, you?
As long as we have been here, you've been here?
What's that?
F.
Okay. Not a lot of words that start with UF, UFH, UFO. Stopped on Z. This thing keeps going off the table. I mean, there's something malevolent here. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let me ask this: Are you
UFZ?
Are you evil? Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, yes. TEJU, you are evil. Are you okay? What you guys? Can you think of a question, Max?
Yeah. What is your intent? Before you were here, you were a spirit somewhere, but what is your intent now that you are here?
Okay. Oh, come back. What's that?
X.
X.
We got an X. A lot of words that start with X, TEJU. What's next?
Does he mean like a checkbox X? Like that is correct? That is
Oh, did it stop? XF?
F.
XF.
All right. That is, again, very unpronounceable. TEJU, be a little clearer with this, please. We're trying to do a podcast. XFO. He asked, what is the intent?
Fox?
Fox spells F. What? Is that?
S. XFOX. X-Foss. TEJU, please use some English words. XFS.
That almost
O?
sounds Mayan.
XFS.
It said X. F O.
Wasn't there an S?
And then it went to S.
Okay. XFOs.
And Max said that spells fox.
In a way.
Scrambled.
Yeah, but scrambled.
Like Slylock Fox is a word jumble.
Kitsune.
XFO. X. Maybe. Well, what's in between the two X's? FOS or FSO?
My arms are starting to get tired now. I'm taking my wizardly know-how.
TEJU,
putting them in my arms.
imbue Max with the spirit of strength in his arms so that he might communicate with you. And
well,
we're at C.
See. Can do.
Socks? The fox is wearing socks? Let's see. All right, we're getting a little weird here, TEJU. So now we're going to a number, huh? Number 0. All right. Your intent is your intent hard to pronounce? Oh.
Fuck you.
Well,
Fuck you.
Maybe he was just trying to
No, he just fuck you, you ghost. C0X.
What's that supposed to mean? You
They're
silly...
negative.
No, what the
connotative
fuck does
words.
that? Dude, that is over your head. Shwoom, right over your head.
0.
C-O-X.
Zip,
Oh.
zilch.
Fuck you, ghost.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Zip, zilch, Z.
All right. Maybe if we knew
It just
more
went over that
spells.
other O. Fuck you.
All right, let's see here. Oh, it's going past the... It's pulling my fingers from me. Even when I get tired and my hands kind of want to make it stop.
Why you spell my name, Ghost?
I'm digging for strength here.
Hold on, I got a question for you, Ghost.
Digging
Or
for
spirit or thing. Why you spell my name, Ghost?
Oh, it did spell your name.
Why you spell my
Your
name,
last
Ghost?
name.
Fuck you, Ghost.
Why'd you do that?
Why you think I'm pissed at Ghost?
Oh,
shit.
TEJU
Should
knows
we,
your last name.
Should we begin again? Are we guys good? I'm
TEJU, what is
checking levels
Max's
here.
last name? Do you
how
know
you guys
Max's
feel?
last name? Oh, you're
You guys
getting tired,
feeling
huh?
okay? You're good?
Hold on a second, Ghost. Why you say my name, Ghost?
It stopped at J. I thought I was going to go to L for Max's last name.
Why you say my name, Ghost?
Why did you say Andrew's last name? N?
Tell you what,
J.
I'm gonna tap out. This is you guys.
All right. I'm going to tap out for a second, too. My arms are getting tired.
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh wow.
All this wizardry is getting my
Okay.
arms tired.
So what have we learned from this, though? You know, like introducing yourself, saying, you know, what are you, you know, and then just get like the basics down. But
Yeah.
TEJU, that's an actual pronounceable word, you know.
We'll have to look that up at some point. Who TEJU is?
Why you say my name, Ghost?
And why you say his name, Ghost?
Why do you say his name, Ghost?
Why you keep falling off the board like that tips thing told us you shouldn't do?
Well,
It's a demon named TEJU.
It wants to hunt and kill me, I think. That's me jumping to a conclusion.
should we flip the board over then?
It said, "Why are you here?" And then
Should we
it
just
spelled my. Then it took a while to get around to it, but it eventually spelled my name.
All right, but do you guys want to flip the board? Does that concern you? That
Screw this thing.
You don't want to go further? Do you want to flip the board?
No, we know what the demon who's been cursing me
Okay.
lately has named.
Can you look
we
up?
found him.
That
Wow.
we need more answers here. Who is TEJU?
All right, I can look
Well,
up
no,
who
we got to
TEJU
find out
is.
who put him here.
Yeah, but to know that we not have to know who he is and what camp of
Well,
demons
no, I
he's
knew
under.
someone. We knew someone cursed me. We already knew that.
Oh. What?
What?
TEJU is so it's a boy's name. And let me see what the meaning of... Oh, it's an Indian name.
Origin. Okay.
Let's see.
Matharashi or Kashmir. What? Where in India?
I don't know. This let's see. I'm trying to look at the link here. It's just a bunch of ads for stuff. Okay. But I am getting results as a Indian name. Meaning of the name TEJU. Let's see if name means
like
dictionary.
Native American Indian or India Indian?
TEJU means full of light.
Light.
Lucifer appeared as an angel of light, right?
He was glorious to gaze upon, or something. The star, Sirius, all that.
Wow. So it means full of light. In Hindu, the name TEJU is a girl-female gender name. And in Hindu, the girl-female name TEJU means full of light. Interesting. Well, somehow it got over here. Maybe through the board.
How to proceed, though?
Well, no, we just need to figure out who put the curse.
Oh, okay. Are you cursed right now, Andrew?
Apparently so.
Should we ask?
I feel like I'm cursed too. I mean,
Should we
we've
ask
talked
if
about
We've
this
talked
off
about
the
but,
air.
like, it could be just one of those things that extends to
One
anyone
possible
around me,
outcome,
too.
though,
Like,
is we
don't know that.
is we ask TEJU.
But we asked
possible.
why it was here,
Or who
and
cursed
it
him.
Didn't Well, the pussyfooted around things.
It said your
for a
name.
minute,
That's
but
why it was
said
here.
my name, yeah. So,
I brought a pear that I will cut
Just like
and
back
serve
to-
in your name.
just
says
like
you
back to the board. Hold on.
a
We
piece
gotta
of
make
fruit
sure it's still
if you want
TEJU
some
first
food
of
or
all.
something.
All right. Well, let's not cut fruit so soon.
We need not cut fruit so
Okay.
soon. I just gotta.
It's not a bad idea because I know spirits do like
If
offerings.
he gives us
Yeah.
an answer
Oh.
and it satisfactorily makes sense and is not just a bunch of consonants,
Give it the pear
give
offering.
it the pear.
All right.
I will go
Hold on,
pay you.
I got something better than a pear already.
Well, a pear and more,
I got this-
possibly.
No, I got this thing.
Man, I'll throw a buck in the hat.
Buck in the hat.
I'll buy this
All right.
TEJU
All right, TEJU.
a top
What I
ramen.
got here is one of those fancy peppermint swirl candies.
Wait, what are you giving TEJU?
A peppermint swirl candy.
Oh, okay. But we can't give it to her just. I'm gonna call it her.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. The pear offer.
I am presenting
Just yet. We have to hold it as our
on
ransom.
the air, or hands are off the board. I'm presenting a brownish Bosque pear,
We've just right.
leaving it near the candle.
All right, guys. Should we go back and ask it what it wants?
Yeah, who
Let's
sent
ask
it?
TEJU
Well,
what it wants.
Let's ask you who sent it here. Let's see if we can get to the. Let's cut to the chase.
Do we know someone sent it here though?
We don't.
That's what we have to ask
Well,
that
let's
too.
ask if it's part of the curse at all.
Okay,
Like,
let's
right.
ask if
Let's find
TEJU
out
was.
if TEJU is
Okay.
even still
Limber
here
up.
right now.
Limber
We
up,
don't
guys.
know. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Stretch.
Ready?
All
We're
right.
here in the moment, and we're talking to
You need-
you on the air.
All right, here we go. TEJU. Should we say who sent?
Let's,
Ask the question, Drew.
are we still speaking to TEJU?
Okay, it's going up.
I have my eyes closed, but I feel it's going to yes right now because it's at that point in the board, getting close to the
Okay.
moon. And I will also
All right,
add.
it's all right.
Good to have you with us.
Sweet, good deal. Were you are you part of a curse that was placed on me by someone of this world, of our world?
B.
Mm-hmm.
What's that one? I can't see.
Q.
EQ.
BQ. I think this is initials.
Hold on.
Bill Quigley. Oh man. Here it's moving fast. What is that letter? Oh. X?
I can't see anything.
Yeah, BQX.
Bucks. Money.
BQX.
Do you want some sort
Was
of-
I cursed by someone whose name you know?
They paid you to do this.
Uh-oh. A? It could be you or me at this point.
Yeah.
All right, give us the next letter of the name that you want us to hear. Because it still hasn't answered if it's part of a curse yet. That might be assuming too much.
Putting our faith in concentration.
What is that? S?
Mm-hmm.
All right. AS 2. And it fell off the board again. All right. Hold on a second. Hands off.
Okay.
AS2. Does
We
that
should
ring
be
a bell?
cataloging questions and results.
I know. That's why at first I thought someone should
If we had a
record.
neutral person that could do that for us, they didn't have hands on.
Oh yeah,
the,
that's
on
exact.
the
Wasn't I
flechette.
telling you that exact thing, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you want me to do that, or well, maybe you should because it's
All
you're
we
on
need
the
is
other
a
side of the
pen.
table.
I've got a pen.
Well,
I think-
you're up.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna have this audio.
As documentation.
Yeah, you know what? It's all right. We'll listen back to it and figure it out.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, do we have anything else we want to do,
Yes,
TEJU? I think we should ask what it wants. We haven't asked
Yeah.
that yet. Let's say,
Okay.
TEJU, what do you want? And if you tell us a good answer, You get a pear and a peppermint. What do you want, Teju? What do you want? Tell me. Tell me what you want. What is that? D?
D.
Wants the D?
It
Do you
wants
want the D,
D.
Teju?
Yeah.
Is that all you need and you'll leave us alone? I mean, don't leave us alone because this is good fodder.
Went
But
off the board.
Z, DZ wants Drew.
Yeah, no, apparently, yeah.
Okay, DZ. I'm getting DZ. Just spinning this thing around. R.
TZR.
Well, maybe the Z was a hiccup because it did fall off after that.
You want to be a dozer.
Dro?
DZR.
A dozer, a
DZRO. Drew?
What else do you want? I mean, what do you want? We got DZROE.
Back on D.
Oh,
Dresden?
drugs?
You want Dresden?
You want the Dresden Dolls to perform at your birthday? Oh, here we go again, off the table.
Back to Z.
Yeah, this thing is, sure is clever. Or the opposite of that, stupid. What is that?
Let's not assume too much.
Okay.
Are you trying to spell a name?
Yeah, that does kind of sound like Drzoo.
Yeah, no. Are you trying to spell my name again?
Said yes.
Are you still trying to spell my name?
Do you know how to... Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Well,
Ask
you
it one
asked
at a
about the
time.
first name, and it already went to A, but...
Just tell us something that you want us to know.
Yeah, what do you want? Just tell us what you want.
You know what? I think we should ask you a
Says
pop
you.
pop culture question real quick. Something we know that already happened.
All right.
Like, did Trump win the presidency? That kind of thing.
Something current.
Yeah.
Well, no one really knows that if you
Yeah.
won it fair and square, if it's just electoral
Ask it something.
college.
Ask it something like that it
Pulling
could
it.
know about one of us.
Okay.
It seems to know who I am, at least.
It still is going from you and just kind of swirling around. What's that? D. Ud. All right.
Not a lot of vowels here. We need some vowels.
Yeah.
I'm praying for vowels.
What's that other kind of keyboard you can have besides the WASD keyboard?
I was reading about that.
Okay. 8.
Date. Wants to go
You want to go on a date.
Wants a date.
When do you want to go on a date?
N. Just going for N now. You want to go now?
1. This might be date 1. $10. On the 10th of next month?
No, you don't.
You don't think it wants to go on a date, Andrew?
I don't know. I think it's 10.
E.
It's back on D again.
Oh, okay. Wants to go on a date with you, Andrew, on the 10th.
In 10 days.
Or in 10... Oh, 10 days.
10 days. X. As in yes.
What is that, X?
As in yes. Okay.
All right.
Check that off. All right.
All right, we got to stop.
Something.
Whoa, what did you hear?
I heard like people talking next door. Like
Oh.
people walking.
I heard a
in.
small child crying.
I heard people walking around.
There's
outside.
no one next
I
door.
heard a very small child crying.
Weird. All right, the board is flipped. Should we just call it a night now?
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was it. That was the live.
That was.
Well, not live, but
That
you're
was
hearing
something.
unedited Ouija conversation
We-
with Teju.
We know someone hexed Drew here.
Yeah. And something about in 10 days. Hey, but you know what? Maybe after 10 days and whatever happens and that goes, maybe the curse ends.
Yeah.
Then. If you just go on the date on the
23rd.
23rd,
Mm-hmm.
we're good. You're good.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Wow.
All right.
That's, Well,
I heard the people outside.
I'm gonna freaking eat that pear. I don't give a shit.
All right, sorry, Teju. Maybe next time. All right. We'll be right back. So, what did we learn today from the Ouija? What did we learn? Max?
It's best to like
Well,
have your questions mapped out beforehand. You know.
Yeah, we could have done that, but yeah, I thought like, oh well, let's just do it.
I'm thinking maybe for next time we could like be all prepared and have more candles maybe.
Andrew, would you say this is wizard behavior, or is this just witchy behavior?
Well,
Or it's the same thing.
Because the
Kinda.
candle
Honestly,
is like
like,
a is like a battery, and it was
no,
not
because we
running
had
on low
discussed the
battery.
curse before, and because we had both sort of seen it using other wizard eye techniques. I think this was a good kind of litmus test for figuring out whether other wizard theories we had going we now had some kind of medium to communicate with the exact
And I'm not going to eat
spirit.
that. I'm not going to eat that pear. I'm just going to let it rot outside somewhere.
What threw me off was hearing voices in the background as we went to the end of this. Like,
Right.
I swear I heard something.
I heard like a kid crying or something
Oh, Teju.
near the end.
All
My
right.
arms.
Well, we have audio proof, so
my
you'll be
arms
able
were
to.
like weak. They were weak.
Mine are very weak, but I think that's just because I'm bad at.
No, but especially now though.
Yeah. It's like after doing that Kundalini yoga stuff, your arms feel. Oh. Wow.
Like after drumming for metal, your
Yes.
arms are sore for a day or so.
Or getting shocked.
Guys, I'm just gonna call it and say that we definitely did real wizard stuff
I
tonight.
think that without a doubt we communicated with some wizard stuff that was happening around us.
I think having clear rules set out beforehand on how you will set this up. I mean, we broke some rules because we wanted to, feel something extra. But if you want to follow the rules, by all means follow them. It's kind of a open to interpretation.
Right, yeah. We set the rules in a way. All right. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Let's Be Wizards.
Yeah, let's just be wizards.
Let's just be wizards.
Let's
Next
just do
week, we will have an awesome new topic and wizard activity to cover. If you have a suggestion for the show, be sure to send your emails care of letsjustbewizards@gmail.com or leave your suggestion in the comments section of iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever the heck you're listening to this on. Also, if you have a book or wizardly item you want reviewed on the show, send us an email. We can provide you with a physical address to send it to us. We will gladly accept any wizardly tokens you have. As always, I'm your host, Adam Hilton.
I am a resident mystic guest expert, Maxfield Weeman.
Wizard Diamond Drew Cox.
And I'd like to end this show with a quote from one of the greatest wizards of the 20th century, Aleister Crowley, who says, "I slept with faith and found a corpse in my arms on awakening. I drank and danced all night with doubt and found her a virgin in the morning."
Yikes, dude. Yikes.
Thanks for listening.
Wants to have sex with me.
Do what thou wilt shall be the whole enchilada.
Let's all be wizards and fly around in the sky. Let's all be wizards, immortal we can never die. Let's cast some spells with all of our dear friends. Let's all be wizards, the magic it would never end. And we'll fly so high in the sky. Fly so high in the sky. Fly so high in the sky. Right into the night.
We're gonna leave it exactly where it is what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna let let mine rot on the
peppermint
curb.
stays right where it is. You guys weren't moving that thing, right?
No.